But we're running it back. It's Morocco versus France, round 2. Riddleson and Seiko saw that Zen and Exotic did not uphold the honor of their nation, so they've immediately called out Morocco. They said that was a Mickey win. We need to play again to make sure it's legit. But this is getting pretty serious. I mean, Nas and Drally are just ticking off names at the moment. If they win this, I mean, who's next? Will we see a Vatira? Will we see a Monkey Moon? Will we see an Alpha 54? I don't think we're going to see an Alpha 54. I believe he's actually out touching grass right now. Or so he told me earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna go Drally Nas on this. I think if they can beat Zen Exotic the way they just did, they're my pick to win this. Seiko and Riddleson, obviously two beasts in the world of 2v2, beasts in the world of Rocket League. Recent major finalists, the two of them. Yeah, it didn't seem to bother Nas and Drally in the last match. They're up against the MVP of the Spring Major, and they're up against a very informed Exotic who looked brilliant at the Spring Major as well. Drally just looked pretty unplayable with his 1v2 plays, and towards the end, Nash just kept on getting better and better. He completely took over the lobby in the last game. Now Riddleson mid to Seiko. Seiko running back his Game 5 accuracy from the Spring Major. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Seiko. I just had to say it. No, he played really well in the final, to be honest. It's kind of like the AJG moment where he played a brilliant series against Vitality and then he just missed an open net, and that's all people will remember. But Seiko actually was playing exceptionally well in the grand final for BDS. Rise and Monkey Moon, I think, kind of stole the show earlier on in the tournament, but it was Seiko who finished off the strongest, and yeah, had a couple of blunders, but overall massively impactful. Yeah, Drally and Nas are two players. I mean, if we're going to see more of what we saw versus Zen and Exotic, then I want to see these two. Honestly, they should team together. Like, Nas did not have a lot of success this season in RLCS. He was, very much on the bubble between making regionals and not making regionals. Started off the season with Rixie and Scrub. Then they benched Scrub. Who did they bench him for, actually? I don't even know if they benched him or if he just left to join Hogan Mode. I think they benched him. And then Scrub obviously finished off brilliantly with Hogan Mode. Yeah, who did they bench him for? Somebody in chat must remember. It did not go too well. Riddleson with a brilliantly accurate open net as well. Lovely finish. Bench for Tekos. That's the one. What on earth was that by Riddleson? He just absolutely face planted the post. He's lucky that you don't take damage in Rocket League, otherwise his car would be in pieces right now. Oh, that's a beautiful flip reset from Nas. Lands the Seiko as well, but not with enough momentum. Yeah, the French accuracy is starting to look a little bit laughable. Let's see if Seiko can do one better here. Flip reset. Nope, of course into the crossbar. Despite their arguments with the upright, they are looking like the more aggressive team here. Riddleson trying to pinch the ball upwards into Seiko there. Seiko's probably thinking, I want a new teammate. I had a shot, why would you do that? Or he's thinking, great idea, I was thinking the same. Drally and Nas. Remember, they did not start all that well against Zen and Exotic either. Nas fakes infield, goes for the wall instead. He's got Riddleson on the back wall. He's got Seiko in the middle. It's well dealt with by Riddleson. Nas trying to block the ball middle there. I'm hating. Listen, if you can't take a light jab like that, if you're a fan of Riddleson or Seiko, that's what you consider over the line. I've got news for you, my friend. It is good to see Seiko back in the endpoint decal. It just feels right. It feels like unfinished business almost in the endpoint decal. Oh, what a recovery. Wait, what a save though. Okay, I'm so glad Seiko scored this so we can watch this again on the replay. That was a phenomenal recovery by Seiko to get a goal on target. And then Nas somehow saved it anyway. Yeah, fantastic stuff by the French. They've been dominant with the possession, dominant with the pressure, and now they're adding some accuracy into the mix as well. Yeah, unfortunately for Morocco, they don't have another two players to call upon, at least not that I'm aware of. They've got Itachi, who's exceptional in twos, but apart from that, I think that's it. Decay Ice, thanks for the 64-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Also, Fried Pickles Gen G, thanks for the prime. Ionic Liger, thanks to the 35-month tier 1. He says, will France ever not be on top of Rocket League? Well, maybe not for an extended period of time, but I think there will definitely be events where France are not number 1. There's been a couple of regionals in Europe this season where France get beaten by the UK. UK is definitely closest to France at the moment in the Rocket League world. And I think there will probably be an event, either, you know, it could be Worlds, it could be next season, where NA do really well. Oh my goodness, look at this. Nas and Drally, they need to team together, for goodness sake. Flick to a pre-jump. Not even two pre-jumping defenders could get in the way of that one. Drally says you're in VC, shut up. Says to Riddleson and Seiko. What was the quick chat spam? They're all spamming. Oh, they're saying sorry, sorry, no problem, to pretend that they're not in voice, but they are. Yeah, Drally knows he's in voice. He was in voice with them. Oh, he might not be done here. That's looking pretty spicy. No, it doesn't. 50 middle for Nas. He's unable to get it past Riddleson at the near post. And that was a good try there by Drally towards the end of the game. Unable to half flip, catch the ball, keep it up. Still, signs of life at the end of game 1 for Morocco. Seiko says I'd prefer not to be with Riddleson in voice. Man, Riddleson is such a ridiculous guy. I heard at the major that he was playing twos with, I think, Kaka and someone else. It was Kaka. He kept getting Kaka and Rise in his lobbies. It was like Rise would be in Kaka's team, and then Riddleson would be in Kaka's team, Kaka from Ground Zero. I'm not trying to expose Kaka from Ground Zero here, but this is just too funny not to tell you guys about. So yeah, Kaka from Ground Zero. He'd play like one game with Riddleson, and they were not doing too well. They would lose. Then he'd get Rise in his team, and they'd lose. And yeah, Kaka was just not having a good night of twos. So yeah, unfortunately for Riddleson, in real life he mixed up Kaka with Kami. So Kami from Elevate, New Zealand born Kami, obviously to a Frenchman like Riddleson, sounds exactly the same as an Australian. So he went charging into the Ground Zero practice room to hurl insults at Kaka for his 2v2 ability. Kaka wasn't there though, Kami was. So Riddleson apparently, allegedly, just started to hurl abuse at Kami, calling him Kaka, saying you threw my rank points, and not actual abuse, he was just, you know, saying you're bad at twos and stuff like this, why you throw my rank points. And then everyone in the room was saying, no, Riddleson, that's not Kaka, that's Kami. And then he says, no, it was Kaka who threw my rank points, not Kami, completely misunderstanding everybody, thinking that they were trying to correct him, saying no, Kami threw your rank points, when actually everyone was trying to inform him that he was in fact not talking to Kaka. So yeah, that's kind of Riddleson in a nutshell. He just runs around the LAN, telling everybody they're terrible, and asking what happened to his rank points. As far as he's concerned, if his rank points go down, it's his teammates' fault. And frankly, I agree. That's a philosophy that I can get behind. So yeah, Seiko, he's going to definitely be accused of throwing here if Riddleson and Seiko lose. Oh, that's not a bad shot by Seiko. Oh, it's gone in. What a finish. Seiko air dribbles to the ceiling, resets, and then doubles it in off the floor. But how about that for a second touch? I think Riddleson is saying it was a K-dop shot, which in the French community refers to a shot that goes top corner with no air roll. Unless if I'm not mistaken. And that was, I mean, it's got to be a compliment. It's got to be a compliment to have your shots compared to K-Dop, who's one of the most legendary strikers in the history of the game. Oh my goodness, that's not what Drally expected. Nas left it for him. Great faith in his teammate there, but clearly not in comms by the looks of things. That was a very late leave. You have to understand Riddleson's a good guy. No, don't get me wrong. I think it's funny, and if anyone misunderstood that story as me, you know, trying to make people think worse of Riddleson, I intended the opposite. Riddleson's hilarious, and I hope his antics at LAN continue, where everybody sees him coming and they're like, oh no, here he comes. He's about to tell me I was terrible when we played in twos together. I don't think that's what Nas is telling Drally right now. Pogo shot over the top of Seiko. It's a clip fest. And they're all just trying to get in each other's heads in the quick chat as well. Actually, some real chat, not just quick chat here. Yeah, Drally's back, ladies and gentlemen. He is back, and yeah, I'm gonna keep on saying it. I mean, if these guys have got synergy like this in threes, you've got to think it would work in twos rather. You've got to think it would work in threes as well. He crashed, says Riddleson. Wait, where's Seiko? Okay, he might have actually crashed. Let's see if he's... yeah, he did actually. Okay, I'll pause here so we don't have a scuffed respawn. There we go. Yeah, that goal is going to stand, of course. And we're right back into game 2. France down 2 goals. Just like the Zen Exotic series, a strong start for France, but now Morocco start to level up a little bit. Obviously, Seiko disconnecting helped, but they were already winning 2-1. And now they're going to be winning by another goal as Nas dunks on and under, steering Riddleson. Yeah, Riddleson really did turn very slowly here. He's not able to get goal side of the ball like he wanted to. Alright, Nas 1v2 against Seiko Riddleson. Oh, he didn't do badly there, to be honest. That was a decent try. Seiko Riddleson forcing him to go way wide there before carving back in to attempt to goal line save this. Honestly, that's about as good as you can hope to get in a low dribbling 1v2 play. Yeah, take notes, all of you who are trying to make it easier for your teammate to land a bump on a goalkeeper. The worst thing you can really do is take the ball somewhere that your teammate is not going. When you're trying to make a lead blocking play, a run ahead bumping play, you just want to go straight for the goalkeeper. And as the follow-up player, you're probably in a good spot if you just follow directly behind, because the one place that the opponent can't really be is directly behind. So if they're directly behind, they're getting bumped. And that's exactly what Seiko did there. Actually, well, it's exactly what Riddleson did there, following Seiko. Even though Nas did a great job, it's still pretty much unsavable. That's a phenomenal assist attempt by Riddleson. Seiko blocked at the near post though. The lead stays at 2 for now. Here comes Nas. Another end of the field. Denied critically by Seiko, who plays a quick 1-2 pass with Riddleson. Seiko might have taken the litter here. Indeed he does. Didn't have enough boost to really do anything too crazy with it though. Drally with the ceiling pinch rebound attempt. It's off the backboard. Loving that that's becoming a more common shot. Something that Zen really popularized when he burst onto the pro scene. Ground to ceiling air dribble, pinch, and then backboard rebound. Such an efficient sequence. So difficult to defend with the burst of pace if it's executed correctly. That was my PC that made that noise, by the way, in case you're wondering. Chickman107, thanks to the 12-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel, you. As well as Valpix, I think I already mentioned. It looks like Riddleson will be able to defend the back corner boost as we kick off game 3. Rally going 1v1 with Seiko. Riddleson trying to force the issue there. If you're wondering why Riddleson is just flying back at the ball instead of rotating towards boost, the worst thing that could happen there is Rally slow plays, gets a reset, and then outplays Seiko. So Riddleson's by flying back in the ball, they're denying any potential for a slow play. And if it's fast, then at least he's forcing Drally towards Seiko. A little bit more of an easy save, should that occur. Pre-jump by Drally, stops Riddleson short. That's my PC again, by the way, so apologies. I'm not sure why that keeps happening, but I'm going to tap back into Rocket League and hopefully it stops. That's not the best recovery there by Riddleson, but luckily for him, Nas was miles away from the play. There, Nas with a tight angle double tap. If Seiko and Riddleson were watching Zen and Exotic's attempt to take it down the Moroccans, and they'll know that that's something you've apparently got to watch out for with Nas on the pitch today. Oh, look at this. Nas goes all the way himself. Off the right-hand side wall, pre-flips it middle, and then flip resets it over Riddleson, who did not respect the angle. This is just becoming more and more impressive. Should be an equalizer though. Riddleson with a wide open net. He does put it in. The close sheet comes through for France. Very, very close cheat there by Riddleson. Drally just a split second away from 50ing it. Not the best kickoff there by Nas. Almost another immediate goal for the French duo. But both these teams are playing pretty straight up and pretty standard 2v2 kickoffs, so it's not all that surprising. So one thing that I don't like about how French players play 2v2 is they're a bit predictable, in my opinion. I know that for the most part, the French Rocket League community, or the French Rocket League, the Pro Rocket League community, do not consider 2v2 kickoff strats to be acceptable. They think it's cringe if you try and have a plan in 2v2 kickoffs. They just want everybody to play standard, kind of a gentleman's agreement that they've all got, and then once they get into midfield play, that's when tricks are allowed. No, I disagree with that entirely. I think that they're actually limiting themselves by doing that, and it's their one weakness actually that has been exploited by nations like Spain, who were able to get plenty kickoff wins when they played against France in my channel. I think you know, Saudi Arabia for me, probably the top country as well to look at with kickoff strats. It's a massive element of the game that you've got to have plans for. I know most of the 2v2 that occurs in ranked, so I'm sure they're not too bothered by what a save. Drally keeps the game tied at 1-1. Nas trusting him to cover the near post briefly there before taking over the duties in defense. You know, he actually might have a Chalkcast episode out today on that. We recorded a couple of bonus episodes for Chalkcast, myself, Rizzo, and CJ. And I'm pretty sure Rizzo had to upload the one that was supposed to be next week today, because we accidentally forgot to send him our recordings of the previous one. So if that's the case, there may in fact be a Chalkcast episode on the Chalkcast Patreon, a bonus episode out later today, all about kickoffs and bumps and demos. The entire premise was me trying to persuade Rizzo and CJ that they are not cringe, and Rizzo and CJ trying to persuade me that they are in fact cringe. So a very important topic that had to be addressed. I think that should be out, if not tonight, definitely soon. Oh, big chance for Drally. And he puts this straight in, no doubt. Required there, just immediately fires on net. Miss from Seiko. Riddleson demoed away from the play, and through the smoke, Drally snipes it into the top shelf of the net. There's a link to the Chalkcast Patreon underneath my Twitch stream, and also I believe in the description of all my YouTube videos if you want to find access to it. We've got 13 bonus episodes. I think 12 after today. 13 will be uploaded next week. Yeah, why is everybody saying Adge? There's no way we got... how could we have had Adge? I definitely ran enough Adge already. Manually. Or at least so I thought. But I mean, I say that every stream as well. I'm like, manually running ads on Twitch are like, yeah, we don't care, we can run more. Vela014, thanks for the 3-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. I actually answered that question, who will make it a wildcard, in the last match. The Zen Exotic 2v2 against Nas and Drally. So if you go and check the VOD on that, check the video on that, you can find the answer. For now, we are seeing a similar script. We're actually just rerunning exactly what happened earlier. Game 1 went the way of the French in the Zen Exotic match. It went the way of the French in the Riddleson Seiko match. And now it is all Nas Drally. They're up to speed and they have double match point in the second French match of the day. Yeah, I know everybody's already been asking who's up next, but yeah, Monkey Moon's offline, Vatira's offline, Alpha 54 is offline, so yeah, it's a pretty desperate situation here for France. Don't know who they would call upon after that. I mean, they're the three main players that you would go to next. That's the rest of KC and Vitality, and BDS, of course. Exotic and Zen have already taken an L to Drally and Nas. Riddleson and Seiko about to suffer the same defeat. K'd up the comeback. I saw Fairy Peak's top 10 in ones right now. In ones, sorry, not ones, twos. Oh, great center ball there by Seiko. Riddleson and Seiko are just not on the same page here, and if they are in comms, as Drally alluded to earlier, then that is a shambolic performance. It's just too easy. You cannot make it that easy for Nas and Drally. They do not need your help to score. Banana, thanks for the 13-month prime. Shilder, thanks for the 16-month prime. Is there anything interesting in the 2s meta that you've noticed since hosting all the 2s games recently? And Fusi with a 9-month tier 1 as well. Appreciate you. Yeah, the interesting thing in the 2s meta that I noticed from hosting all the 2s show matches and the 2s mix-up scrims recently was that lots of nations have differing playstyles. So the French love to play hyper-aggressive, very team play oriented. Then you've got the KSA players who are hyper-aggressive. They've got very unique kickoff strats and they play very physically, very solo play physical. The Brazilians, very solo play physical as well. You know, a little bit similar to the Middle East players, but I'd say even more solo play oriented. The English players, probably the most passive out of all of the EU countries that I had a chance of hosting. Spain are very aggressive, France very aggressive. I think England and Germany, Netherlands a bit more passive than these other countries, but still not as passive as the #1 most passive 2v2 nation in Rocket League right now, and it's not even a controversial thing to say is the USA. USA was such a passive lobby when I watched it. I honestly couldn't believe it. I was expecting it to be a little bit more passive, but it was so passive. And it was the top 5 pretty much in the US. It was LJ Chronic, Daniel Beast Mode, First Killer. Very, very passive compared to the European style. So that's probably the most interesting thing to me, is the different styles that different nations have got. Very, very clear differences. Whereas in 3v3, there seems to be a lot more normal meta teams. Alright, Seiko putting the earlier mistake to bed here with a double tap off the ceiling. Dunks Rally on the goal line as well. That's a monstrous 1v2 play. This is too fast for Nas to even react to. Agra Kragra, thanks to the 4-month prime, he says, where's Dark playing in RLCS? Well, Dark doesn't really play 3v3. He doesn't play 3v3 enough, at least, to be RLCS level. He's got a long way to go before he can turn himself into an all-rounded player. Right now, he's a ones kind of freestyler player. Hassel3, thanks to the 17-month prime. We've also got Riochus for the 7-month tier 1. Welcome back to you. And what can Riddleson do with the reset? Looks for the mind game. Drally not having it. Nas well aware of Riddleson backing off there. Now looking at flicking top bins. It was on target. Riddleson made sure to keep it away from danger. That's not the play that they wanted. Nas intercepts clean. Drally going to enter the fray, but Nas actually hits it past him. Nice recovery though by Drally. Does Drally have a team? Not that I'm aware of, but yeah, he's on the grind. I think teams are going to be taking notice of him, and honestly Nas as well. I think these guys, for sure, are based purely on their actual Rocket League ability, even though they've not had any 3v3 results to speak of. just purely based on their Rocket League ability, their 2v2 ability, their 1v1 ability, you have to take a look at them. I mean, not every 1v1 player translate easily to 3s. Think, you know, players like Moxie, Dark, their styles of play would definitely need quite heavily adjusted to be good in 3s, but Nas and Drally, they look like they're very much plug and play with these styles. Riddleson wanted the bump on Drally, no luck. Seiko doesn't need help anyway. The space that Riddleson created was enough, even though the bump didn't land. Seiko with the last second reset, and then a wave dash shot, and another dunk on the goal line. And let's see if France can force a game 5. Clean interception by Drally. Seiko's all over it though, that's a very fast play by him, but Nas in the right position. Cam play by Drally. Leaves ball cam on so he can spy around the ball there with ball cam. If he turned it off, he would have actually just been able to see the ball and nothing else. Yeah, generally you want to turn off ball cam when you're dribbling, but not all the time. Seiko not able to get the redirect. It almost works in their favor though, as Riddleson had a clear shot. Drally wanted the center ball. Well, he gets it after forcing Seiko out of the play. Riddleson with a chance to go solo himself. Off the wall. Double tap off the ceiling. No finish. Drally cuts him off. Not only that, he's beaten Seiko to the ball. Actually goes for the interception as well on Riddleson. Drally, the menace. It's all over France in the final third. Seiko just throwing himself at the ball. He's probably playing on very low boosts here, by the looks of things. Riddleson able to intercept Drally, but only hits it as far as Nas, who's got a chance to go solo himself now. It's just an exchange of solo plays all of a sudden. Drally pre-flip middle, runs dry. That's going to leave Nas to make a play. It's Morocco pressuring, but they don't want to overextend here. They want to play this as carefully as they can if they're going to go for the 3-1 win for the second series in a row. That was a decent chance at it. Riddleson had to dodge the demo. And now it's Seiko keeping the ball in the air. He does exactly that. In a pretty dangerous position. Drally forced to go high. I don't think he's going to mind that though, as he offloads to Nas. Nas, catch, over the top of one. Drally demos the last man. Here comes Nas. Pre-jump saved by Riddleson. Keeps France in the match. Well, we've had some unbelievable 0-second attempts in this stream. That was easily the closest one to going into the back of the net. Zero boost Nas. Seiko able to get it middle. Crucial demo by Drally to deny Riddleson any free shots on net. Seiko doubles it middle. That's not the direction he wanted to go with this. Nas 50s it back to Drally. It just really feels like Nas and Drally are so close to winning this. They're so close to 3-1ing another world-class French pairing. Drally with a big hit, seals it. A perfect pass from Nas. An early interception. Just dropped it down to Drally and sinks it into the back of the net. Another 3-game spree for Morocco. Another 3 straight. And another victory against the French. Well played. And yeah, I said earlier, I don't think that there's really any other... there's not really any other French players online right now. I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't say we're finished. France is absolutely finished here. Morocco just too strong. I think they've beaten all the Moroccans, or beaten all the French that I can think of that are at least online at the moment. Very, very impressive stuff. Yeah, scrolling through my friends list right now, there's no, definitely no like, no combo of French players who would be favorites. You know, only Monkey Moon, Vatira, Alpha would be favorites. Any 2 of those 3 players would probably be favorites against Morocco. I mean, even at this, I don't even know if they would anymore because of what we just saw. That was just really, really impressive.